Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. Good that you're watching to our weekly Assassin's Creed show where we nerd out about everything, shadows, and all the other stuff. And it's going to be a good one. So thanks as always for joining, Frankie Boy Fragnart. How have you been?
I have been great. How have you been?
Doing well. Doing well. It's, you feel... You hear that as well, right? We're slowly getting closer to Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Step by step. Shadows is getting closer.
Yeah, and we have some interesting news to talk about. It's still like kind of we're getting there. It's not like bam crazy, but we have like some info that gets drip feed to us. I'm sure we will be able to have a fun show here. I'm sure next week we will have more new stuff, and then at one point you would hope that we get some like proper new gameplay and that we finally see all these seasons and all the other stuff that they've been teasing for months now in action. I want to see how it plays.
Yeah. So much to look forward to, right? And 2 months to go. So how many days?
65 days. I just looked it up. 65 days. That's crazy. Thanks everyone for joining.
Hey everyone.
53 Nights asking, have you had a change of heart on the PS5 Pro? We do have, we were going to talk about it here as well, because of course, that's the big news as well. Assassin's Creed Shadows will be working on the PS5 Pro with like enhanced features. So we're going to both discuss that. Although you will likely be playing on PC, right?
Most likely, yeah. I will be maining on PC, but I enjoyed Mirage on the PS5 as well.
Okay.
So I like to sit on the sofa. I have a sofa back there in the office.
Very good.
And for long playing hours, I just sit there and play. I think it's more chilled. And if I have to record something, I can do it as well from this setup.
Exactly. And you just want to grind the battle pass from the couch. That's going to be chill.
But yeah, for videos, etc., I use my active PC setup. So I feel more engaged with the chair, etc.
Awesome.
I don't know. Yeah. You will be rocking the PlayStation, right?
Yeah, I'm
most likely
always. Like I always. It's actually pretty interesting because, of course, when Origins came out, it had the Xbox One X version that they were kind of pushing. That was like the 4K version that they had. So every time a new Assassin's Creed comes out, or like. Sometimes, like Valhalla, of course, came out with the PS5 as well and the Xbox Series. So, I think I never played Valhalla on, like, the PS4, Xbox One, because I was lucky enough to get the Xbox Series early with Valhalla. So, I could immediately play, like, the next-gen version. And, yeah, that's gonna be the case with Shadows as well. Like, that, the PS5 Pro is launching November 7th. The game comes out a week later. So, interesting times. We will discuss it more in a moment. But first, I want to...
Let me take a selfie.
Yeah. No, I don't want to get a claim from Chainsmokers on this stream. Nick Daly says, hey, love this pod, boys. Thanks for joining, as always, Nick. Debo is asking, how have we been? Well, great, as we already said. And excited to talk Assassin's Creed. So let's do that. Bloop.
Welcome, everyone. Kicking in.
We're here.
The weekly stream at 3 p.m. European Standard Time or summertime.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I lost track, but we're here. So every time it's this time. Call your Shinobi recruits for supporting combat. Strike together for the league. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. You remember my prediction that you can call the other guy you are not playing like if you're playing Naue, then you can call Yasuke.
Yeah, I remember Yasuke. That. I remember that.
It kind of looks as if there could be like Yasuke called, but it could also be an enemy. I'm not sure. The one in the armor, right?
Yeah. No, like these are enemies. This is our this is our person that we kind of summon. But this looks like a Yams Viking. I mean,
it's likely they put that into it.
Yeah, I think it's like
river raids as well.
No, don't bring back the river. That would not make sense. But I really would not be surprised if like the customization and stuff is gonna be similar to that, and that likely also means that And that is like one of the things that I've been saying for weeks now. I want to see new outfits for Naue and Yasuke. Like, even during the PS5 Pro video, they showed shadows. Still Yasuke in the... I'm not excited about that armor anymore. When I get it in the game, I will just not use it unless it's like very good. Because I'm already over it.
It will be the best one, of course.
I hope not.
Most likely it will be mediocre.
It's like the Spartan War Hero set, I think. It's like it's gonna be like average, I think. But we will see. Probably a main story thing that you get at some point. But yeah, I do think that this means that likely what this character is wearing. Can we like zoom in? Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Rafiti says maybe like Brotherhood.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, might also be like Yoms Vikings style. We can equip them or. So that would be awesome in my opinion, like choose certain builds for those summoned guys. But I don't think they would put that with that level of detail into it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, again, a combination of the systems that we already know. So yeah, Brotherhood makes a lot of sense. But I think we can customize these characters way more. Like, I think that these are all items that Naue can use as well. And that, like, this looks like a... like this looks like a rifle. So
first thought it's a pedal, but it actually is a rifle.
But that is interesting because that might mean that while Yasuke and Naue of course have different items they can use, maybe these recruits that we get can use everything, or they are set, because what we know from information is that I'm gonna go to our doc here. You don't disappear. That's good. Let's see. Along the way, recruit several allies with highly specialized skills and abilities to help accomplish your missions. I think that's probably talking about these characters that we have. And we have a settlement again, a hideout, and it seems like there's a hideout where you and your allies can gather. So I think that's also where we see these characters.
Yeah, makes sense to also like put them in highly specialized. Maybe you can like choose one ally you will summon all the time, or maybe it's random. I'm not sure. You can also, of course, like build in a community feature where you can build like the Yoms Vikings, and you can have those guns for hire from your friend list or so. Would be great, in my opinion. Yeah. Some communication.
I mean, that was also, and I'm not sure, like, of course they thought about it, because you could also give them, of course, Helix items, and then people would be like, what the heck is this armor set that this like, they would basically be an advertisement for the Helix set, because they would show up in other people's game, be like, what the heck is this dragon armor? And then it turned out to be and it was also a way for it to leak. Remember that people through mods on PC could already enable certain Helix items and then give them to Yoms Vikings. And then people that did not like mod the game could see those unreleased armor sets.
I think Andy leaked them all the time, right?
Yeah, he does. We will keep an eye out if he is going back
in the future as well.
Yeah, we will see if he
getting back to work.
Yeah, Andy is waiting. Andy is waiting in the shadows. He's gonna go back. But yeah, overall, of course, like we are. Sorry, I'm always like super focused on gear and stuff like that. Whoa, there are like some characters there, and they're just chilling there. I think this is like one of those capes that Yasuke can use as well. One of these like straw capes. Looks cool. But yeah, this of course Naue. How do you think we summon this character? Do you think it's like call to arms? That it's like they will just be there for 10 seconds? Or will they be there for the whole encounter? The details are, by the way, insane in this screenshot.
I think at this point we don't know yet enough about combat and how everything works to like make a good valid point about it. So at this point it could be anything from like a recruit that would kill one enemy or two enemies or help you for a set amount of time and then run away to the next mission. But
yeah,
I think it would be really weird to have them in like 25 seconds and then, all right, bye, you're in the middle of combat.
You're not paying me enough. Goodbye.
It might be something like the the summoning in Elden Ring. You know that?
Oh yeah.
You can only summon in boss fights
Or
or
in
in a
camps,
certain
in like
area.
restricted
Yeah,
areas. Yeah.
maybe they have some kind of restrictions like that. So there might be something like that connected to the feature where you cannot summon them everywhere in the open world because it might be too OP, but balance certain fights to make them call to armsable, and then you can get some help in because you're struggling, and otherwise you will not need them. Might be the case as well.
Yeah, I mean, here, call your shinobi recruits for support in combat. That really sounds to me like a call to arms thing.
Yeah.
Instead of
Also,
it being just one that can complete. It will be the full encounter, says the Hidden Creed. Do you have, like, info that we know about? And the Hidden Creed also says that there is indeed a... we go back like this, a rifle on her back, and that was like the interesting thing here. Like, again, I think these are like outfit pieces we as Naue can use as well, but then maybe this rifle is for Yasuke, because I don't think Naue can use a rifle, but that does mean, again, that these recruits can have items that, like, combine items that we as the player cannot, and I think that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interactive and also motivate you to like maybe gather certain items tied to one character that you wouldn't use as your playable character, but you can make some use of it with your call to arms.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. Will it be like the basic whistle call to arms and then the character suddenly appears? Or maybe
I think
will it be
like
tied
that
to something like you go to the hideout, say, hey, let's go on this mission, and then the character will join you on the mission.
That would
interesting
be awesome
as well.
But that would create like a lot of problems with stealth, because if you're Naue with the grapple hook, like, does this character have the grapple hook as well? If you stay in the dark and your companion chills in the light, and they will spot that character, or will the enemies not see? You're like, it would create, I think, way more complications. So I think,
or you have to make the character OP. Like, not detectable also.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've been playing these games and we know Ubisoft for a while. I think it's gonna be like just a and then they jump down and then fight with you, and then at one point they're like, hey, I got I'm like cooking, I got something on the fire, I have to run back to my, like, something a stupid reason why they go away. That was of course a joke, but
yeah,
they will likely move away. But I already want to get this rifle for Yasuke. That's kind of my conclusion of the whole situation. Cool screenshot overall.
I think so, but yeah, you should be allowed to dream as well. But
yeah, exactly. But we can better like we can better say that it's probably going to be a call to arms for people who don't. Maybe I can like look up call to arms real quick. Call to arms Odyssey for people who forgot how that worked. Oh,
I think that feature was not necessary at all.
It was cool though, because those were also the recruits. How do you think we are, by the way, going to get recruits in this game?
Most likely we will have some side quests or world events where we can meet them, and they will be, of course, if they are specialized characters, they will likely be tied to something. Either, of course, like in Brotherhood, where you simply free some civilians and then they are in the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Or you have a quest and they might have a name then as well. And that would be great. And
that was in Odyssey, of course, as well, where some people, and that was like kind of cool that your choices had an impact on that as well. Of course, like the big one at the end, the people who would stay alive at the family table at the end, they would join your ship as well. But also other side missions. If some people survived, they would be like, hey, can I join your ship? And then you, of course, had 4 lieutenants, I think, on your ship all the time. You could then call to arms the character that you had like as your first in the menu. And for people who don't know what the call to arms was, it was like this. And again, I think it's gonna be probably similar than this compared to this.
Yeah, most likely.
Come on, do it.
It's always fun.
Chook.
To have that.
Chook.
Are you on the train?
On. Yeah. No, yeah. That's the animation, right? Oh, wow, we don't really see it. But yeah, then and now the mercenaries suddenly spawned in, and everyone is gonna like fight. and you can still do stealth attacks. I really think it's gonna be similar. I think it's gonna be the same.
I mean that sudden spawning is kind of an immersion killer.
And then they were like, I'm out.
Goodbye. And goodbye.
I think it's gonna be like this. I hope it has more depth.
Like
I hope it has more depth, but that's fine.
That's most likely because they, of course, are Ubisoft. They are working with the engine. They already implemented that feature. They don't have to develop it again. They simply summon a character and it's there. And,
but they will combine it, because could you summon your Viking? How did that work? It was just on your ship, right?
It was just on the ship, but I mean they can combine.
I think they're gonna combine
equipping
systems.
a character, maybe even have a little skill tree, but I don't think they will do that. I would like it, though they won't likely do it.
But that does mean, because it really felt like the Viking was like such a cool idea, and some sort of social element in the single player game, but you never ended up really using it, or you did not really care, because you would blow the horn and your whole great clan would come. But there were so many characters that you were like, okay, where's that character I recruited? You did not really pay attention to it. Well, if you at any point in the open world can be like, I hope they do the train thing again, or whatever the animation will be, and then they will summon, and then this character will show up. I don't think it's going to be an ability, like that would suck. We can only have 3 abilities active at a time, and that would be kind of crazy if you had to switch out a like really powerful ability for your character to, this call to arms ability, so we will have to wait and see on that. But being able to just summon them at any time will be way more interesting, and hopefully there are upgrades where you can have like multiple, because why would you, if you make your own character, because that was the cool thing I think from the Vikings, right? I don't think like you could still have your own Viking in your raid party and then someone from another player as well. I think so, right?
I think so, yeah.
Correct me.
To be honest, I didn't play Valhalla for a long time yet.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. We should maybe go back one day to prepare.
I think so, to even have a comparison and maybe also check out Mirage again. But I mean, having that feature where you can equip those characters would be great. Maybe it's also tied to the spy feature where you can like unveil certain areas on a map with more info. Maybe it might be tied to that. So if you use a spy, you're limited to 2 call to arms and don't have 3 or so. Could also be the case. So you have more info, but less support.
I hope that is separate. You're of course talking about this.
Likely.
I was prepared. I knew we were gonna mention this. So
you
this
knew
like
it, exactly.
So of course, like the new thing about the game is that you don't have viewpoints, or you still have the viewpoints, but when you go there, you won't like suddenly see bloop 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 on the map. You will just like get it as a fast travel spot, and then from that viewpoint can binocular style point to things and hopefully get them on your map. But another way to do that is use these scouts. So I think these are separate. I think they're gonna be separate. But you can then use that to.
I mean, a scout is not a call to arms guy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like someone who doesn't fight, but it's like wants to help you. And you can just do this pulse, and then in the area you will see where you have to go. So interesting stuff. I have like we have some interesting chats here. Cyrus is saying my birthday is coming up. Well, happy birthday already. Soon I'm going to be 26. Yeah, you can not be too soon with that. So thanks for joining, and hope you have a great birthday. Will there be any new Assassin's Creed Shadows news at Tokyo Game Show? Fun Robin is asking. Well, and that's a nice segue to our next topic. Of course, yesterday, Sony was like, hey, do you guys have money? Because you're gonna need it. Because we have a new console. And they showed a lot of old games. Did you see the presentation, Fragnard?
No. I was busy yesterday, so.
Oh, too busy for the next console from PlayStation. Wow, you're
I was
busy.
enjoying my free time.
Okay. Wow, what's that? No, but so they had this trailer and they were like, look at these graphics. They look amazing for old games. But there's one new game that will be part We got new gameplay, same outfit, new gameplay.
Whoosh.
And that's it.
Credo Assassin Shadows. Yeah, I remember.
They're like,
that
how
game.
much
Isn't that
gameplay do you want?
AC
Ubisoft like,
game?
yes.
Likely. Yeah.
But yeah, it is confirmed that Assassin's
They
Creed
likely
Shadows...
paid a lot for that sequence.
Oh my god. Yeah. Or maybe it's just like Jeff Keighley's show where Summer Game Fest you have to pay like for 30 seconds like $1 million or whatever. They were like, for 2 seconds, what do we have to pay? Or actually, I think Sony had to pay Ubisoft. Now, they, of course, have a partnership. And yeah, it makes sense for Ubisoft to want to be the flagship title for Sony's new console. That's, of course, a big thing. Because, again, all the other games they confirmed to have support for the PS5 Pro are the older or games that are already out. Looks good. Of course, yeah, that's all we can kind of say about this clip. But I do think, going back to what was asked here, if there from Von Robin, if there will be new Assassin's Creed Shadows news at Tokyo Game Show. I mean, we don't know yet for sure, but very, very likely, like 90% sure, next week is going to be a state of play, likely on Thursday, September 19th. That would be 1 week before Tokyo Game Show. Sony has always been doing the state of plays 1 week before Tokyo Game Show, and it makes sense for them to promote the console more than what they did yesterday with the absurd price of €800. Did you see that?
Yeah, the price varies by region and by a lot, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, the dollar is worth less than euro, but the euro price is higher still.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense at all.
No, it's likely because in the US they have more competition. Like, that's a territory where Xbox is still kind of fighting.
I get it.
So yeah, if they put out the $800 console there, maybe people will jump to Xbox. While in Europe,
everyone's using PlayStation,
exactly.
They are gonna get it if they want it. I think they expect like 12 million sales or so by the next months.
No, by 2029.
2029.
Yeah, because the PS4 Pro also sold around the 12 million, and they're expecting, like, the PS5 and PS4 are selling at the same time, like, they're at a similar level. PS5 started slow, of course, thanks to being sold out everywhere and COVID. But it has caught up to the PS4 and kind of exceeded that. But it will probably land where the PS4 landed at the end as well. And there were 12 million PS4 Pros sold, so they're expecting kind of the same. Even though the PS4 Pro was, of course, way cheaper.
I have to be honest with you, since I'm a PC guy from day one. When I was 6 years old, I got my first PC. I'm totally used to PC prices, and they are, of course, much higher than console prices. So I wasn't quite as shocked. But if you compare it to other consoles, of course, the pricing is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. But again, like going back to the question here from Robin, like, I totally expect Assassin's Creed Shadows, like, if there's gonna be a PlayStation event, maybe at Tokyo Game Show, it makes sense as well, because they want to promote this game in Japan as well. So I'm totally expecting a lot of news about the game very, very soon. We both, I think, will have a video up this week, right, with some new info. We can't say much more, but keep it locked to the channel for like a dedicated video, while we, of course, will do these streams every Wednesday as well.
And we will talk about it as well in the future. So
exactly.
Yeah, keep an eye out. There might be some info dropping your way.
Very soon.
But I think AC Shadows will likely also make use of the new PS5 Pro GPU.
Yeah.
So
exactly. No. Yeah. What the thing kind of was, and for that I can like kind of go back to the PS5 Pro presentation here. Again, they only showed this in terms of Shadows, but one of the things they were basically talking about, and that will be used for Shadows as well, is basically like this was like the most interesting part. And even if we're watching on 4K, you're watching this through YouTube compression, etc. It doesn't do it justice. And they are showing PS4 games like this, The Last of Us Remastered, of course, the PS5 version. But I played this in 2020 on my PS4 Pro. Either way, what they are basically saying is that they're combining, like, of course, one of the things this generation, and if you mostly play on PC, then you don't know the struggle, of course, that much. But it was always like, am I gonna go fidelity or performance mode? And fidelity would of course be the best looking version, but stuck at 30 FPS. While performance mode, you're at the 60 FPS or even higher if you have like a 120 hertz display. Some games have like the 120 frames output as well. And what basically Sony is saying with the PS5 Pro, so here you had to choose. With the PS5 Pro, they want to combine these modes so that you don't have to choose anymore. And one of the comparisons they show, and it's like tiny stuff if you compare it next to each other, but it's like, so this one of the biggest ones. So again, this is like Losses Part 2 running on PS5 Pro, and this is the fidelity. So this is the fidelity mode. So 30 FPS, the best looking visuals, and this is what it will look like on PS5 Pro. So it looks even better than the fidelity mode on PS5, and it will have the 60 FPS. So
yeah,
that's kind of what they're aiming for, and to bring it back to Assassin's Creed. Like I do think they confirmed 60 FPS already on console. I'm not sure if you know.
They at least confirmed 8K.
8K? No, I mean for Assassin's Creed Shadows on console, like on the regular PS5 and Xbox Series.
I'm not sure about that, to be honest.
I looked it up and I think it did, but I have not been able to confirm that myself. But yeah, I do think that for Shadows we are looking at you can still play 60, but it looks as good, hopefully, as the quality mode. So in Valhalla, we of course had quality performance. Mirage had this as well. And yeah, performance, that's what I played. But it looked a bit less, pretty as the quality version. I think with the PS5 Pro, they're going to combine that. Is that worth €800, $700? No, probably not. For some people it is, though. The option is there. I think it will probably be fine.
It's an option. If you're an enthusiast, you're likely gonna get it. If you're a content creator, you're likely gonna get it because you want the videos for people to look the best they can.
Exactly.
But you gotta check. And I gotta be honest with you, when I'm playing a game for like 10 minutes, then I stop to look at the graphics and I just get sucked in if the game is nice. So I'm not is there one more grass in the background or not?
There were games like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm not sure if you played that. But that game looked significantly worse in the performance mode. So they already showed screenshots. Like that game, I was like stunned by the quality mode. Like that's one of the best looking games ever. But then you play at 30 FPS. The moment I would switch to performance mode, it looked like a PS4 game. But yeah, then it was 60 FPS. So for those games, although again, like that game is old. I've already played it, so it's kind of too late. But we do know there will be a part 3, and that will probably have the same features. So it's like a nice thing that the option is there, I guess, but the price they're asking is, especially in Europe compared to the other countries, and in the UK it's super expensive as well. That's crazy.
That's a lot of bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta work a lot of hours for that. And if I was a consumer, I would would likely not get it, to be honest.
No.
I was also rocking the PS4 Slim for
damn.
Until the PS5 came out, so
I did immediately go to the PS4 Pro because you could the PS4 was like 300 by that time, and the PS4 Pro 400, so you could just sell it and then for like €150 or whatever get the new console, which was worth it. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, like you said. For videos, it's gonna be. I mean, I always want to show videos at 60 FPS, so if the quality then looks even better, that's worth it. I will be playing 1,000 hours of Shadows on this system, probably, like Valhalla. So then...
And your viewers are going to be happy for some 4K, 60 FPS stuff.
Exactly. But yeah, we do have some people in the chat here that people are saying, like, the PS5 Pro is for GTA 6. That's, of course, the big thing. Like, you will be playing, of course, GTA 6 on console as well, because it won't be on PC at the same time. Like, I think it's gonna be interesting if GTA 6 is going to be 60 FPS on PS5 Pro, because there could also be, like, all the Rockstar games have been 30 at launch on the consoles, even on it was, of course, like Red Dead Redemption 2 was even on Xbox One X was 30 FPS, and it's still like 30 FPS on PS5 and Xbox Series as well. So that's crazy. I think it would be crazy if with this price GTA 6 is not 60, because that would be a huge selling point for sure. But I'm not like locking it in. I don't think that's like a super safe bet that GTA 6 will be 60 on PS5 Pro.
But a lot of AI upscaling, also image generation is going on. So AI can generate frames that weren't there between frames. So they can likely generate it in the 2 years that will come out.
We will see.
Have you seen that Doom stuff that was like on a hologram projector? They like even did that with AI. AI just generated a holo of Doom that you can play in a 3D space, and really it's crazy. So a lot of things coming our ways.
Yeah. Exactly.
Gotta look it up and send you a link later. Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, frame generation, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Let's bring it back to Assassin's Creed. We got some other quick topics here to go over. I got like a small clip. Like that's where we're at right now. Please, like at one point there will be more new stuff, but right now we're gonna analyze 8-second clips. So let's do it.
And frame by frame by frame.
So this is nowadays.
So enjoy this frame.
And then, no, but
I'm switching back to the black and white mode.
Yeah. But it's like an assassination then probably. But I think. Oh wow! Wait a second.
Watch the blade.
Is that is that our like short blade, or is it like our katana?
I think it's like a katana.
Yeah, it's her katana. Yeah, but I thought this assassination was pretty cool. That's like totally not needed to do this like this solo, and I think we already saw this one from Yasuke. Why are they like two times
jump
after
is
each
insane.
other? I don't get it. Why
The
did
jump
they
is insane. But I'm still hoping for a turn off the black-white mode.
Yeah,
stuff.
Me too.
Yeah, they're likely gonna implement it because for Star Wars Outlaws, they have proven that they will like literally give you every option you want to turn off features.
Yeah, exactly. So we already know the one-hit assassination will be a feature once again that you can turn on and off. While it is intended that some characters won't be able to if you want to assassinate a samurai, they are of course like a more formidable foe, so you should not be able to instantly take them out. So they will see you coming and just push you away. While like bandits and other regular enemies, they should be a one-shot kill in most situations. But if you don't like that, if you want this hidden blade to be a one-hit for everyone, then that's one of the features you can turn on. I wanted to go to this, the evolution of stealth in Assassin's Creed, September 2nd. Was that? I namely missed this. Yeah, this was like not last week as well. Glad we saved it for today. Easy mode is saying, love the black and white with the blood. I mean, again, that's all good. Then you can leave that on while we turn it off.
There will likely be an option for everybody.
Exactly. So here, I thought this was interesting. We got a small bit of new Assassin's Creed Shadows information from this article. While I totally recommend that you read this, it's pretty well made, where they kind of go over every Assassin's Creed game and how stealth kind of evolved, and what the new features were with each iteration. They really go in depth on every game, even like Nexus at the end here. So pretty cool. So, but they start with Shadows. And here a reimagine of the stealth for the series. 2 playable characters, the Samurai Yasuke and Shinobi Naoe, are built for combat and stealth approaches, respectively. And while Yasuke is capable in stealth situations, able to sneak and assassinate and kill quietly with his bow.
He's not, I'm gonna shoot an arrow.
Yeah, exactly. So it will be possible. But yeah, of course, have the rifle like that will make a sound. But it seems to be possible, similar to Ghost of Tsushima, where you can just like pick off enemies one by one first, so you don't have to engage in combat. Would be cool to see like a full stealth run, of course, with Yasuke, and then for the final enemy, you're gonna assassinate them, because we know that he will use brutal assassinations, what they call them, where he will sneak up to the target and they will be like, well, what the heck? They don't see him coming, and then he will be like, I'm an honorable samurai. I want to look you in the eyes when I kill you. So that's why he's like, turn around or whatever, and then they will turn around and clutch.
Give me your hand, darling.
Can you feel the blood, baby? That's I thought that was already interesting. Bow is the way to go.
Yeah.
If you want
We're gonna stealth kill with Yasuke all day.
Yeah.
Gonna build so many arrows. Maybe we will craft them. Most likely not. I think they will maybe stick to the Valhalla system, where we can find arrows and
there will probably be these like quiver things that we can find in the camps.
I think it was too OP in Odyssey, where you had infinite arrows.
And it did not. Do you remember that when the game came out, you did not have the auto arrow feature, so you had to go into like the hunter playstyle sucked, because every time you were like shooting, at one point it would be like brr, brr, and then you
were multi-shotting with like, I don't know, 5 explosive arrows back then, when explosive arrow was OP. You remember that?
Exactly.
And you were like,
that was crazy, but then you were like, half of the time you were in the menu crafting these arrows, which indeed was crazy. So I'm curious what they will do. Again, this is like one of the things I really want an answer to, is is your ranged weapon in the same slot as a melee weapon? I'm still leaning towards yes. So that means that you can carry 2 weapons, either 2 melee weapons or a bow, and I mean, then you could probably do a bow and a rifle, which would be kind of a crazy build. But while of course in the previous games the bow was always a separate slot, but it seems like if you want to use a ranged weapon with Yasuke, then you will need to you lose 1 melee weapon, at least from the sort of things that we're seeing right now. So if you want to go for this quiet approach,
if they're going for, if it's possible to have bow and rifle at the same time, will there likely be some kind of bayonet upgrade or so?
Oh yeah,
because I think we still have to be capable to at least try to fight in melee as well.
I mean, maybe you then have the unarmed, because we of course always have unarmed in these games. So maybe then when you do the regular light attack and stuff, you do the unarmed combat, which would be kind of cool. But
that would be a nice challenge for you as well, to make the first stream when you do the open world, no spoiler stuff, unarmed.
Oh man,
with Yasuke.
I think someone like at one point in Origins there were like the elephants with fist. I'm not sure if I did it or someone else, but it was crazy. Like just going unarmed into these elephant arenas, it took like way too long. But people could like with because you of course had the unlimited nodes in that skill point. Like at one point the skill tree in Origins was full, and then you had these increased damage, range damage, and something else, and then you could like just put all your skill points that you kept earning into the strength. So then at one point you could be like 1 point. Oh yeah, that's what I think I did the fist, but there were people that played so much or used mods on PC that just gave themselves like 1,000 strength points in that master node, and then they could like 1 punch an elephant, which was kind of cool. Maybe
Crazy,
I'm gonna look that up as well.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Those elephant fights were great in general, but maybe not with a One Punch Man.
But that's why I at one point had like yeah, here this. Wow, I don't wanna hear my voice. Okay, let's do it for 1 second. Let's take a look at what it. Okay, that's all I can think.
I didn't hear it.
Okay,
though.
really? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The people
since I'm
did.
Here
The
on
people
Discord,
did.
yeah. And did you speak differently back then, or? When I look at old videos of me, I'm like,
with one punch in Assassin's Creed Origins. Let's take a look at what it takes in this video. How is this even possible?
don't want to end like him? Do this.
Hey Skata, good to see you as always. Yeah, whoa.
Whoa.
Like that was kind of the...
What an OP build.
Rats.
Flutch. One hit.
Here. This is the...
This is the build.
Oh my god.
Legit gameplay.
Yeah. Legit gameplay. Yeah, I totally spent 2 hours like just grinding.
2 hours grinding, yeah.
Yeah.
They will have like 20k.
Oh, the seer.
points.
Oh yeah, the seer, which was like the traps or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was connected to dots like poison and burning damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a nice thing to do. I kind of liked the skill tree.
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy for sure.
Yeah.
Norden is saying you're so funny when Yor pronounces 1000 as 1000. Yeah, I mean, I think I did
1000.
it right.
1000.
Use your content. We see that he has almost 20. Every time you put an ability point in the master node, your damage is increased by 1. It's not that bad. It's it could be worse. Okay. We're going back to Shadows. We kind of did a side quest here, but that's what this is all about. Nerding out about the
side quests and shadows.
Exactly. So yeah, Yasuke still capable, stealth situations, able to sneak, assassinate, and kill quietly with his bow. Again, that will be, hopefully in the coming weeks we learn how that all is going to work, and if there is unarmed combat, and if Yasuke can just punch people. That would be fun. Naue has a considerable bag of tricks at her disposal. She can go prone to escape enemy notice. I think Yasuke can go prone as well. But he won't be able to escape enemy notice. I think he will just be like, here.
Roms.
Someone like that. Or...
he will likely not squeeze, yeah.
Yeah, he will not squeeze into small spaces. No, that's only
if
Naue.
It fits, I sit.
And hide in ambient shadows caused by objects at night. And that's, of course, the cool gameplay we saw during the developer diary. As well as make more of the shadows by extinguishing light sources. But, master her environment, Naue can hide underwater while breathing through a bamboo shoot. We know that. Take advantage of thick fog and rain to stay undetected. So, with them like kind of saying, Yasuke can only do this, but Naue, here's the list, makes me think that Yasuke cannot stay like undetected in the rain. Don't you think? You will still notice him.
I mean, in thick fog, nothing is noticeable. Well, it depends on the thickness of the fog, but
that's right.
But yeah, it's likely that he will be more visible in any kind of situation and never be invisible. Maybe. But yeah, still the same problem as every year. Yasuke needs more positive promotion.
Yeah.
Because the more we hear
I will personally be in charge of that. I will from now on only use Yasuke gameplay and play with him when we get the chance.
So if you should have a chance, you will likely only play Yasuke.
Only play Yasuke. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will do the opposite, so you have some proper gameplay.
Okay. Yeah, I will like, what did you think of the play session? Yeah, man, I got stuck at the stealth mission with Yasuke. He sucks. Okay, and she can also use eagle vision to spot enemies through walls before driving her katana through the thin barrier of the Soji screen. We, of course, know that you can only do that with the katana special ability. You have to level up your katana to be able to
But you don't need the eagle vision? You can also see them if they cast a shadow because there might be a source of light behind the wall.
Yeah, which is very cool. Which is very cool. But yeah, no eagle vision, I think, for Yasuke.
Mm-hmm.
Wah,
Yeah,
wah.
that's kind of
That's interesting.
sad.
Yeah. But maybe he will have a pulse like Bayek had like one where he could like still highlight things in the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Just Odyssey had that too. Maybe it will be similar like that. But yeah, I saw other people say, why didn't they give Yasuke the bird then? Which I think would have been fine, right? That he still has like, that he has the bird then. But
the birdie.
Yeah, but I don't miss the bird. This is interesting because I was wrong, but there is still an interesting wrinkle to this. So her shinobi bells can be used to attract guards. I'm just gonna highlight this because I want your opinion on this. So maybe you remember that during the gameplay that we saw, that you saw at Gamescom and I saw at the Summer Game Fest, let me do it like this, and then this, and then we scroll through here. I'm gonna go back a bit. So this is the gameplay. We of course saw there was the gameplay reveal, and then yeah, I could also see some extra gameplay at Summer Game Fest and got some B-roll for that. And one of the tools that she had, like this, like the smoke bomb, okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And then we have the
behind
bell.
my webcam, there is a bell.
That's right.
You gotta trust us. Goodbye. And goodbye.
You can still talk, though. You can still talk.
Greetings, everyone.
No, no, but yeah. So we have the bell here, but it can be used to attract guards. But why do we have 3 of them? Why are we not like ring-a-ling-a-ling and then throw it away?
Of course, it's like a decoy grenade in Counter-Strike. You throw it, and then it's gonna be ringing somewhere.
How is that gonna work? Or
Yeah,
it's like when you throw it's like the noisemaker from Mirage recently. So
it of course makes one initial sound, and maybe you can throw it on a roof, it drops down, so it makes more sound. Maybe that. Or
sounds really bad.
The wind can shake it. So you throw it at a tree, aim perfectly, and then it will swing from the tree. It will not. Of course not.
Because we also, like, do you think we still have the whistle? You would think.
Yeah.
It would be weird if she suddenly cannot whistle.
Luring enemies to your position might be the most basic thing in every stealth game, so you need it here, of course.
Yeah, but why? So the bell is then for throwing it to other like targets, to like you said, noisemaker. But how it looks, and I'm gonna remove you one more. It looks to me like a pling-a-ling-a-ling.
Pling-a-ling-a-ling.
It doesn't look like something you throw. Maybe it does.
Maybe there's some kind of streak on top of it, or you can even attach. I don't know. Maybe you can light it up with fire, and it's one half bomb, one other half it's a noisemaker. So
yeah, I don't know.
Exploding bell.
It would be like the chimes in Ghost of Tsushima. Jonathan, thanks for joining as always, and I totally forgot about those. So, hey, we have the power of the internet. Let's...
Chimes, Ghost of Tsushima 2. No, Ghost
wind
of Tsushima,
chimes,
of course.
Exactly, yeah. Clearing Mongols with just wind chimes. This person is OP. So we're gonna take a look. Okay, we're in... Go. Oh, these... But here, this is like a ball.
Floop.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like that. Though.
I think you could also upgrade those.
Yeah, and you could also use them as like lethal. Oh damn!
Oy.
That's crazy. But yeah, wind chimes OP. But yeah, basically the noisemakers. But they just, again, in
OP. Please nerf. Yeah, might be something similar. But I think they will likely only make it as a distraction kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe with a late game upgrade to also be stunning or so.
Yeah, or like lethal, yeah. Probably.
Or you could combine it with some kind of smoke bomb style. But I'm not sure.
I think Jonathan is probably right, but I think the icon just looks weird. Like
yeah, maybe just a bad pick of an icon.
Maybe they will change the icon. Sometimes the icons change.
I think it just looks like this basic bell you have around the neck of like Easter chocolate bunnies, and
yeah,
you simply throw it, it makes some noise.
Yeah.
Full stop.
I think it's probably gonna be that. Okay, we talked way too long about bells. So let's go back to the article.
Kling-a-ling-ling. Ring the bell notification on the JorRaptor channel.
Yeah, please do. That would be very, very appreciated. Okay, we're back. So her shinobi bells can be used to attract guards. Yeah, so like how this is written, it feels like they can be used to attract guards to you, but it's to the bell.
To the bell.
Yeah.
And if you are at the location of the bell, likely to you as well, yeah.
Yeah, that would not be smart to do that. And her thrown kunai can silence them from a distance, so that's of course your ranged option. She also has acrobatic climbing and parkour skills that Yasuke does not, as well as a physics-based grapple hook. She can use to climb, swing, launch herself at unsuspected targets, grab and pull enemies out of sight for quiet takedowns. I don't think we've seen that yet. Pull enemies out of sight. That you can like...
we actually saw like her
I know what you
grabbing
mean.
to the enemy just after the scene you just showed from the first gameplay, right, in the shadows.
Yeah, it's
So
like
she was-
do you mean this?
Right before she climbs up.
You don't mean
I mean from the first. No, just before that.
this is like a grab. This is just a grab that you can now do.
No.
Glunk.
It's right before the scene where she climbs up the house. You know?
Which house?
It's in the same trailer. The long climb. I don't know. You know, you just showed the scene where she's sneaking and putting out the lamp with a kunai.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh,
then
there.
she's assassinating that guy, and then there's a gap.
No, but she doesn't use the grapple hook for that. That's the kusarigama.
Yeah, but it might be like a similar animation.
Okay, look. Yeah, you mean this, right?
Or
yeah.
is it the kusarigama connected to the grappling hook? No, she's still wearing it on her hip. But
so what happens here is okay. So she has the katana on right now. We see her abilities right here, and this is So these are linked. This ability, the top one and the bottom one, are linked to the weapon. So then she's like, okay, I now want to assassinate this target, but for that I need the kusarigama. So then I'm gonna switch weapons, and suddenly she has different skills. And then she uses the chain from... See? It's the chain from the...
Okay.
From the kusarigama to... So...
What a long chain.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can make it as long as you want.
15 meters.
Yeah. Crazy.
But I would say it would kind of look same-ish with the grappling hook.
Yeah, but it seems like if we go back to the article, that you can pull enemies towards you, and now you're, of course, jumping towards them, which is an interesting change.
I mean, yeah, it's the same, vice versa.
It's
and maybe
it's the same
less
but different
with a grappling hook, so you balance the game a little bit.
Here, launch yourself at unexpected targets, grab and pull enemies out of sight. See? So you're like, whoop.
Yeah, I mean,
whip
of
style.
Course,
Eat that, Indiana
maybe
Jones.
AC3 style. You can.
Oh yeah,
pull them up a tree.
That would be sick. But
but
yeah, it seems like we can do that always. While the one that we just showed, where you launch, it's called Rush Assassination, actually, similar to Odyssey. But yeah, you have to have the Kusarigama equipped to be able to do that move. While, yeah, this one where you pull the enemy, I think you can do always, because you always have that grapple hook. But again, I think the grapple hook is going to have so many cool features and things that we can do next to traversal. So that's going to be very, very... Because here they talk about, depending on her weapons, she can assassinate enemies in unique ways and perform double assassinations with her hidden blade and the Tanto. And that's the thing we, of course, saw in the cinematic trailer. So yeah, that's actually what they were talking about. But I thought that was pretty interesting.
It was. It was indeed pretty interesting. And we're just in time, maybe for the predictions already.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if people have some questions, by the way, drop them in the chat. We still have some time for that as well. Do you have a prediction?
Yeah, I just made one up on the fly.
Very good, very good.
Hopefully, I'm not taking away yours. So mine is regarding the recruits.
Oh, interesting. No, to be honest, I still have to think of something as well.
All right. So
yeah, you can go first then. Of course, for people who don't know, every Wednesday we are live here nerding out about Assassin's Creed. And at the end, we make a prediction for what we think will be in the final game, November 15th. And the winner has to buy the other person a Helix set of their choice. So, exciting time.
And present that Helix set in a video, of course.
Cosplay as that Helix set.
Yeah, and you have to craft the cosplay yourself.
Yeah. Oh, no. I will not have time for that when I have to play.
You better become a tailor and a blacksmith before the game comes out.
But can I choose the Helix set? Because then I will just choose the bed towel set that they will probably release. Like the
towel
Origins.
set?
Yeah. That's just like a towel around your neck.
Like you can choose it, of course.
Yasuke, Beth.
Remember the Cassandra oiled up outfit from the Olympic Games? It was similar.
Yeah. Yeah, I know which one you mean. Yeah, that was like near the end of the game, of course. Yeah.
You will likely be also buying that one, since I know you. You will.
Yeah. Oh, Easy Mode is saying no poll today, Dang. Yeah, last week we had many polls.
Do a poll.
Yeah, but what?
Oh, yeah.
Is there something crazy?
We talked about the evolution of stealth. Talked about the finisher, the PS5. We can maybe make a PS5 poll, but
I mean, I already know the answer to that. To the PS5 Pro, if you're gonna play it there.
In my community, 20% said they are interested in the console, but interest doesn't mean they're gonna buy it.
No, exactly. No, I'm interested in it as well, but then I saw the price. So, are you buying Shadows day one? Yeah, I mean, I think we already know the answer to that as well. Like,
if you are in this podcast, you're likely gonna play it.
Yeah. You likely, if you hear us nerd out about a One Punch Origins build back in the day, then you're probably gonna be interested in Shadows as well.
Yeah, also interested in the Shadows song from JorRaptor. All right, so
it will be based on the Blade of Yumminess.
Yeah.
Did we already do a prediction about the Blade of Yumminess that will be in the game?
No, you can make one. You can say it will be in the game or it will not be in the game, and that will be your prediction.
I really want to ask the developers, and I'm really curious if they even know what it is, because it was like a post-launch Odyssey thing. So there has to be someone inside Ubisoft Quebec who's like banging the drum. Let's make this weapon where you cannot use abilities but gives you like 200% damage, or 150, I think it was.
It was awesome though.
Yeah.
Don't know the name of the sword in German. It was like totally not connected to yumminess. I don't know why they chose that. But yeah.
Oh. Why?
That's a different thing.
That's weird.
They also used this crazy name for the Trailblazer in German, and it just sounds trash.
Okay.
I don't know.
You should just play in English. That's for everyone. But then you won't have the same voice actors in every game. Then you won't have Alexio sound like Danny from Far Cry, etc.
But yeah, I know Marius, and so he's awesome.
I don't want to hear
so
the people that I know in my games. I want to hear new people. But anyways, real quick, we have the one assassin saying more like Unidragon. If they release the Unidragon Helix set, we will of course be very, very we will be celebrating that. That would be awesome. Do we get a home base again, Norden? Yes, there is a settlement again, and I'm sure they will talk about it soon. Like, that's one of the features they're holding back. And it's gonna be like Sims. That you can kind of... I mean, maybe I'm gonna do a prediction about that.
Sims.
Kind of like that you can, like, more freely build. It's gonna be, like, more of a... Yeah, you can, like...
If it's like that, then the next question that comes up to my mind is, will there be the possibility to remove the ladder from the pool?
What? The ladder from the pool?
Yeah, you know, in Sims 2, you could remove the ladder from the pool so your Sims would die.
Oh. I mean, I'm gonna do my second playthrough as, like, an evil person. I don't think that's even possible. No, I mean, in terms of you can, like, place buildings where you want and kind of decorate them and stuff. But it's probably not gonna be as in-depth, but it's gonna be more in-depth than Valhalla, which should be interesting. But...
Yeah, I'm going to throw out my prediction now.
Do it. Yeah,
my prediction is the recruits we just talked about will be equipable compared to the Jomsviking in Valhalla with gear you find. Full stop.
And?
That's it.
That's too easy.
I can't be more precise.
No, you can't be more precise. Look at this character. Do you really think that this is not like gear that we can find ourselves? I don't think they're gonna make this red, very cool looking
yeah, that's
rifle.
why I said it.
No, I need to... I'm not gonna cosplay after losing to this bet.
I mean, I made so many trash predictions where it's clear that I will lose.
Okay, but then I'm gonna add one wrinkle. So that's the gear that... so there will be gear that Yasuke can use and Naue, but that that they... Like, there will be exclusive gear to Naue and Yasuke, but the Jomsviking or the recruit can use both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why... Are you fine with adding that? Or...
So now and Yasuke's special items will be usable by all the Jomsvikings, no restrictions.
Yeah, so it won't... Yeah. Because again, we're already seeing the rival here for a more assassin-looking character, while we know Naue can't use the rifle. But we know... and we see a hood here as well, I think. And we know Yasuke cannot use a hood. So it seems like you can combine them.
I mean, we got specialists, so it's kind of unlikely that the specialist will have like a giant mace swinging around. But yeah, I will.
Okay, no, but then I get what you mean, because you were like, maybe we cannot change their gear, but they just have items. Like, this is a character that we meet, they have a name, and they just always have this gear, and we cannot change it.
I think we can change it.
So even for characters that we recruit in the world, that are that have like a name, and they're like, I'm gonna help you.
Maybe not the armor, but we can change the gear.
What the gear
in some form. Maybe it's only the weapon.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna say that it's fine. I thought for our own for the recruit we make ourselves. Like, that's obvious.
Yeah, yeah.
But then for the characters we meet in the world that we can recruit, that we can then summon, we can also change the gear for them. Okay. Because for the lieutenants in Odyssey, that was not possible.
So I will say all, not only special ones, recruits will be equipable compared to the Jomsvikings in Valhalla with gear we find.
Yeah, that's a good one. Very good one. I'm gonna say that there will... I want to go about unarmed. And I'm gonna say Naue cannot do unarmed combat.
Wow. What a prediction. No unarmed. I could totally imagine her using her hands.
No, I think when she goes unarmed, you use her hitter blade.
Hmm. But, I mean, like knocking out characters, like civilians, unarmed, is that unarmed? Like,
I mean, you can do that with weapons. Like, that's new. So they don't need the unarmed anymore. So in previous games, when you unequipped your weapons, you of course were unarmed. So then when you would assassinate a target, you would just like knock them out. But my prediction is for Naue, she will always use the hidden. Like, she cannot do like unarmed combat, but of course we know that she can still grab enemies and then knock them out while having her weapons equipped. So she has the benefits from the unarmed assassination, but she cannot go into combat with her fist. She will then use the hidden blade.
It's kind of referring to a combat mode. So you don't have the unarmed combat mode.
Yeah.
But you will always have weapons on you. But in some situations, you can like only use your hands when there's a civilian you need to knock out. But it's like one animation and not the unarmed combat mode.
I mean, we have footage of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. We have real quick. That's what I showed. Here you encounter this enemy, and then you grab them, and then you're like, and here you have like the knockout button.
The knockout, and that's of course unarmed.
Yeah, that is what normally the unarmed assassination would be. Because then you could not assassinate them. That it was like when you would assassinate them, it would still show the assassinate prompt, but you would like knock them out, so they would not be dead. Now you can do that always with Naue at least. So that's why I think she will not, like, you cannot unequip her weapons and then be, let's go with my fist. And I'm not saying that Yasuke can, by the way. I'm just saying that Naue can't, because I'm not sure if Yasuke can do it.
Okay,
would
sounds
be
great.
crazy if he cannot. Okay.
Yeah, so that wraps it up because I'm in a hurry right now.
Yeah, you have to go to very important business.
I gotta deliver a package to
my house
because it's of course Wednesday.
I did not hear the postman, which is crazy. Thanks everyone for joining. We will be back next week, and I'm sure we will have new stuff to talk about. I got a good feeling about it. And of course, next week we might have the State of Play with new Assassin's Creed Shadows trailers and stuff. Keep it locked to our channels. Frankie Boy, Fragnard if you are German, and here JorRaptor, of course. We will have a big Assassin's Creed video this week up as well. So look forward to that with some cool stuff maybe. Thanks for watching.
Some nice spice.
Yes. And Ben, of course, thanks for being in the chat there as the moderator. Jonathan, thanks for your support as always, and everyone else who was here giving questions, sharing their thoughts, etc. Again, let's do that again next week, same time, same place. And for now, goodbye.
Goodbye.